All right, this time of year, golf clubs are bringing out new models. They're bringing out new equipment. They're going to say we're going to find you 10, 15 yards and all the other things. Now, drivers is easy to pick. If you're buying a new driver, make sure it goes further than the other one. That's the answer. Again, I always tell people, get good wedges. Not so important this time of year, but come the summer, you know, you need something to spin. So you've got to get good wedges. And then in between, you're fitting your clubs. You've got fairways, you've got hybrids, and you've got irons. And there's so much choice with the irons these days. And I'm going to give you an example of why it can be slightly confusing. So this is what I use. It's a Japanese brand called Makino. Very traditional. 34, 35 loft for a 7-iron. I like it because I can still hit it around about here. And if I hit it around about here, I'm going to get about 170 maximum. But if I get around here, I'm only going to get about 150. So for instance, I'm trusting my swing to a degree, but I'm never going to get what they call a mystery, where on a modern iron, the spin, you drop it because you've hit it off center, and the spin drops and you just get what they call traditionally an old flyer. So that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to show you the difference. So this is my 7-iron. As I say, I want 6,000 spin and I want about 170. All right, that's what I'm after. So 6,170. Hit that nice. Let's have a look on my little SkyTrack machine. And that's gone quite a long way. It's a 179, 5,500 in spin. It's coming down at 47. So all that's pretty good, to be honest. Just said I wouldn't go over the green, but on that one I probably would do. But what do you do when you get a modern club? So here's a modern club, and it's a Ping. It's a Ping i530. It's mainly for middle handicap players between 10 and 15. It's very strong in loft, so it's nowhere near, it's more like an old traditional 5-iron. It's got a bar down the middle, so if you miss it or use the whole of the club face, you're gonna not really lose too much. But there are some good players who get these clubs. This is a similar shaft to what I'd use. And what's the difference then? So why would this go further than my one? Well, firstly, the length of it is a 6-iron. They don't tell you that, but it's a 6-iron length. And then secondly, it's a 5-iron loft. So I'm using basically a 6-iron length club with a 5-iron head. Okay, I hit that very well. Let's see the difference. So it's a great shape. 202. That's the difference. 4,600 spin. So it's gone 17 yards roll. That's the length of a green. That's the length between the front and the middle of the green. And it's coming down it's coming down from a good height, a good descent. So that's the difference with modern clubs. Don't get confused. And don't say, oh look, I bought these modern clubs and I'm hitting them so much further. Well, you would do, because it's a 5-iron head on a 6-iron shaft.